Welcome to Mars.
All right, welcome back to Mars Radio. We're here with our next guest. He goes by the name of Cobalt45. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Cobalt, go ahead and introduce yourself to the
Yeah.
Mars Radio platform. Let them know who you are and what you do.
What's up, Mars Radio? You already know it's Cobalt45, Modesto, California. Long time in the making, my boys. We out here. So
All right, so
yeah,
what kind of entertainment do you do? You're a rapper, singer, dancer.
yeah. MC, microphone controller.
So
I
you're a
move the
rapper,
crowd. Yeah. Battle rapper, but I make music.
and
First and foremost, always been the first thing I ever did.
and you're from Modesto, California.
Yeah,
All
West
right,
Modesto,
perfect.
California.
So what do you think of when you think of Modesto, California? What comes to mind?
This is grimy. It's like a Central Valley. There's a lot of love, and we love our city. That's one thing. I've been here since the birth, '81, so I've seen it grown from 40,000 population to up to whatever 230 or whatever we're at now, 230,000 people, and so I've seen the change from no culture to country culture to some culture to actually having a little, we have some culture out here. We're actually a spot you should come fuck with. Modesto, California. I love my city for sure. 209 is easy.
So that's what's up. And what do you think of when you think of Modesto itself? What comes to mind when you think of Modesto?
I mean, obviously, first things people think of is Gallo and the winery, or George Lucas because he's from here, and Star Wars. Uh, you know, what I
Me personally, I think of the taco trucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've always had the 7th Street taco trucks were the shit for sure. Everyone that ever came out here, you know, we party out here. So everyone from the Bay comes out here to party. People from Sac come to party. People from Fresno come up to party. It's like centrally located, and that's what we're known for, honestly. Because Modesto's an hour away from everything. If you move to Modesto, fuck, you can go to Yosemite or Sac or the Bay or Fresno, and there's shit popping everywhere around you, literally. So we're kind of like the hub. Back in the day, our downtown used to be lit. Everyone would come here to party because we had hella bars, like in a 2-block radius, and
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right.
shit changes.
So grew up in Modesto. Did you grow up with one parent or two parents?
2-parent household. My
Two-parent
mom and
household.
dad both worked. My mom and dad hustled as hard as they could and did what they could. But we grew up definitely in a poverty neighborhood in West
Yeah.
Modesto, and at that time it was different when I was a child. Shit, late '80s, early '90s. Shit was wild. That's when the gangster rap started and crack and all that crap. So I'm old. I'm 41. So like I literally lived through all that shit. I lived
Okay.
through all that
So
shit,
you
and
grew up
I
in.
see Modesto. I see Modesto grow. I've been there.
That's what's up. So you grew up in West Modesto around poverty and stuff with both parents. What kind of kid were you? Were you like the nerd, the gangster, the sports head, the dork?
Yeah, I was a West Modesto kid. If anyone knows what a West Modesto kid is, we all know if you're from West Side Modesto. Like shit. I don't
Okay,
know.
so you just
Yeah,
regular
we
kid
did just exactly
adapting to surroundings.
just bad kid shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna indulge, but just
Yeah.
dumb shit throwing. Like we
Yeah.
said, rocks and cars,
Yeah.
stealing candy.
Yeah.
Fucking. We still played guns and did
Right.
our Sandlot shit just like the movie. And
Yeah, for sure.
we had
Benny the
I had a
Jet.
great childhood in West Side, man.
That's what's up. That's
Walk
what's
around
up.
barefooted, when candy was cheap.
And how would you say West Modesto was growing up different than any other part of town?
It's most cultured because I live, all my neighbors were straight Mexican, Black, Cambodian, Laotian, Vietnamese. Uh, not to say there wasn't white people there because I'm half white, but it's just a super cultured neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah,
Diverse.
they like that. Yeah, they do like the first. We have like a parade or festival here in Modesto called like the International Day Parade, celebrating all cultures and shit. And they started that shit on my street on 3rd Street in West Modesto. And then we had the Yes You Can Museum right there on I Street, so I used to be able to walk there. And that was a place where I grew culturally and musically because there was a piano. We used to go there and draw every day. It was open for all the kids in the West Side community to go. It was on I Street and 3rd on the corner, and it was called Yes You Can Museum. And that was a huge part of me growing up, man. I used to walk there and they had a piano there, and we could play the piano or we could draw. It was just a safe place for us to go.
That's what's up.
Because it was a real ghetto, and then they actually had a program at that time for that.
Shit, imagine that having
I
a
went
place
to Pearson, I went to Franklin. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, imagine that. Imagine having a place for these kids to go.
Yeah, and they built it and they created that for us, so that was a beautiful thing. Definitely, I can attribute, actually, I could attribute to that to my arts before anything, because
Yeah,
that's where I was like really passionate about drawing this shit
that's
first,
what's up.
and just being an imaginative kid. Because back then we didn't have cell phones or tablets, so we just had to
That's what
use
I'm
our
saying. How things
imagination
were
to
different
play
back
with
then.
toys,
Yeah,
use our imagination to play guns or
that's what's
whatever
up.
it is we did as kids.
Hide and go
Ride
seek.
bikes all day.
Hide and go seek.
You know, shit, exactly.
And so, around what age would you say that you started getting into music?
Uh, so 1986, 87. I mean, I was always into music, oldies, obviously, from my dad and shit. And he always played Elvis, but he was always into the Doors, and he was into like, psychedelic rock, fucking, and oldies, and just all genres of music. Michael Jackson was hella big when I was a kid. Obviously, we all had,
Mm.
our moms and dads listened to Off the Wall and Thriller, but so that during that time, but for hip hop and for rap, um, definitely Kid Frost, La Raza. That
Mm.
when I heard that as a kid, and I heard JT the Bigger Figure, and
Mm.
when even in fourth grade, third grade, back in the late '80s, we knew about him out here in Modesto. People at Franklin were talking about that fool, and yeah, my cousin gave me a cassette tape of DJ Quick. Quick is the name for Christmas.
I mean, how did that go? Your dad was there?
Yeah, so I opened up in front of everybody, and yeah,
And the cover
and
is
my dad took it because it had the parental advisory sticker on it.
right.
Off the rip, he just took it out of my hands, and like he read it out, like, damn, what is this? DJ Quick, Quick is the name. And he flipped it over, he's like, sweet black pussy. And fucking, he gave the tape back to me. I got to keep it from then on. Oh shit, I got NWA's next tape.
Hey,
I
so your
got
dad
Dr. Dre. My mom went and bought me the Chronic in 1992 or whatever it was, early '93 when it dropped, because it has the parental advisory. You have to convince your parent to go buy it for you.
or an
So back
adult
then, that's how we had to get our fucking music.
or an adult.
You couldn't. There was no internet. You couldn't just. Yeah, you actually had to have an adult like be a.
Chaperone to your purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Crazy, crazy.
Yeah,
So,
my parents actually. Yeah, they fed the habit.
so you got into music from your cousin giving you the tape?
That's how I got into hip hop. Got
Yeah.
first introduced. Besides just everybody at that time was New York hip hop was big on us because everyone had the Pumas with the fat laces, and
Yeah.
all the cool kids had the Pumas with the fat laces. I couldn't afford it at the time, but like, I definitely went through my phase of trying to be a houser. We called them housing back in the day, not b-boying. It was housing, and like you would wear the fucking pants with the big ass bottoms and Pumas with the fat lacing. You try to learn how to gyro,
Yeah.
up rock, pop lock, all that shit.
So when did you start actually recording and doing music yourself?
1996. 1996 is the year that I decided, all right, shit. I met my partner Nick Fuck at Johansson High back in 1996, and he already had his rap name and shit picked out, and he was already doing his thing. Had already released a cassette and shit. And I thought that was the coolest shit on
In high
planet
school?
Earth. In high school, yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna do that shit because I need to. I just felt the urge. I'm like, you know what? I think it's about that time. I got some shit to say, and I've been listening to hip hop since I was a kid. Fuck, it just came easy. It really came easy, just because I'm a good reader and writer. So it's like second nature.
How did you decide on the name Cobalt45?
I literally went through a fucking dictionary one day. I'm like, okay, once I had determined that I was going to be a writer and this is it for me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm gonna be a motherfucker. I have to pick a name. I gotta pick a name to write under. If I'm gonna do this shit as an artist. And so I went through a fucking dictionary, and at the time I was in a science class, and and the periodic table of elements, cobalt's on there, right? And then so like but I was flipping through the dictionary looking for shit too, and I found cobalt, and it's a element, it's liquid metal, so it flows and it's hard, and I'm like, oh well, that describes my fucking the way I deliver it for sure. So I just chose that shit, man.
Because it flows and it's hard.
Yeah, it flows and it's hard, and it's fucking. At the time, Terminator 2 was hella thing, so the Terminator 2 enemy, right? I just thought that's me, right? The liquid metal dude, just you could not fuck with him.
That's what's up.
Because he's like Bruce Lee, be like water, So yeah, that was the idea where that came from, constantly orbiting beyond all living things. So I added the 45 because as time went by, good luck trying to do a Google search on Cobalt, you know,
Right.
and
Yeah.
finding me or on music platforms. So you add a number to it, and boom, they'll find you right away.
That's what's up.
So, and not only that, but 45, you know, is the gun, and 45 is me. So
Right. Got it.
yeah.
Got it. So, as far as music goes, what are some of the things that you've accomplished for somebody that wouldn't know you very well? Because I mean,
I'm
I've heard
sorry.
of you and I know a lot of the things that you've done, but give the viewers a quick rundown of some of the stuff that you've done, shows that you performed at, shows you've thrown, accomplishments, stuff like that.
Uh, so just like in general, like definitely have thrown a ton of parties, thrown a ton of shows,
Dope.
brought a lot of really cool artists to Modesto. You know, we try to make it a place where we can all like,
DPG, Mob Deep. Let
yeah,
them know. Let them know.
I
Talk
mean,
your
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Talk
yeah,
your
yeah,
shit.
yeah. We brought Mob Deep and Dog Pound. Thanks to Tully out there in
Right.
Fresno. We collabed on that for, you know, he chose out here. Shit, I brought Raekwon.
Raekwon.
I brought Ghostface,
Ghostface.
Talib Kweli.
Talib Kweli.
Fuck, man. I mean, don't. Of course, we've also I've rocked with everybody, you know, from out here. You
Yeah,
know,
and you performed
yeah.
with
It's
everybody.
not
Yeah.
just about East Coast hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking, and I'm huge on just like supporting, you know,
Yeah.
living legends and hieroglyphics and
Yeah.
freestyle fellowship,
Pyro Dick.
and yeah, huge on that. Like, man,
Yeah.
shout out to Casual and
Yeah.
fucking everything that they do over there. Like, and then forever, like if you ever listen to my music, I'm hip hop, you know.
For sure.
Mobbed out too though. Like for sure. Like
Womp,
there's
womp,
no
womp.
question. Like I just chose to be super lyrical because that's the way I am, man. I listen to fools like Makhami and fucking God Fahim and shit and Rock Marciano, but I still listen to Young Slowby and fucking all the
Yeah.
EBK fools and just I'm up on everything.
Yeah.
And I'm an old man trip.
For sure.
But I'm a writer first and foremost, MC like who really listens to lyrics and breaks down what you're saying first and foremost. And then we'll talk about beats later. Yeah. So yeah, musically though, I've definitely released 3 or 4 albums. I'm on every single social media platform. I'm on fucking Pandora, Spotify, CD Baby, iTunes, all that shit.
Are you TikToking?
I created a TikTok. I don't know, man. I've created a few, and I just
No.
I don't know.
But name some of your albums.
My first album is Cobalt. It literally says, if you look it up, it's Cobalt45, which is just the transition for me going from Cobalt to Cobalt45. Right? And the second album is Cobalt45 Volume 2. The third album I just released is got a ring to it, and that's all produced by Thosabu, my partner Jabberjaws. Features Nick Fuck. Yeah, that shit's fire as fuck. But in between all of that, I've done a lot of shit. I did a lot of battle rapping on King of the
let's
Dot.
get into that. So
I did a lot of battle rapping on Power and Respect. Shout out to Power and Respect. That's the home team. Fuck man, I was battle rapping for a long time. I just don't give a shit about it no more. I still got some shit on the tech though,
right.
And I can come out of retirement for a 1-rounder if someone's ready. But at the end of the day, it's like, bro, that shit consumes you if you write too much.
Right. So let's talk about the battle rapping thing just for a moment. And how did you get into battle rapping as far as doing it on these leagues and platforms and stuff like that?
Damn, bro. Like fucking way back in the day, like I literally, when the internet was first like started in 1994, 5, like when the first battle rap chat rooms, like shit, rapmusic.com or whatever it was called, and I would look up like forums for fools writing raps. When when I decided I wanted to be a rapper in '96, I was already looking at and reading people's raps in '94, '95. It's almost like poetry, you know. Like how do you structure it? Is it double entendres? Are you using metaphors?
They count the 2s and 4s in the bars.
How are you punching? Or is
this
a storytelling? What are you doing? Like just studying ways to write. And so like a lot of those little boards would have little fucking battle things like where you just submit your paper type shit, you know, and you versus somebody, and like, damn, I was pretty good at that before I ever started to actually like, all right, I'm gonna rap on the motherfucking microphone and be a rapper. Yeah.
So I'm familiar with the forum. So you start out just texting and then you just transition into audio battles to start recording it. and then they do the same thing, and then everybody votes on which one they like the
Yeah,
best.
I only did a few of the ones back in the day. I downloaded Cool Edit Pro,
Yeah,
if anyone remembers that shit, and I would do it on my dad's $1,500 compact computer with 6 gig
yeah,
storage
yeah,
that literally he bought for me to like type up my papers with, so I wouldn't have to like he didn't even
yeah.
use it, so it was just a fucking one of those old computers, man. But it had the dial up AOL fucking internet, and all I thought about was hip hop when I got online. So like, yeah, it did start that way, battle rapping, because no one else was battle rapping at that time. So I wasn't gonna in Modesto, I wasn't gonna be able to battle rap somebody, and they wouldn't even know how to get a hold of me. Right there, because the internet wasn't like that. Like there was not social media yet.
Right.
Yeah,
So, how? Tell us about your first in-person battle.
bro, fuck, in person battle, probably a house party, like
No, I mean like a structured one with leagues, because you've done a
oh,
lot of
oh,
professional ones. What
fuck,
would be your
man,
first professional on-camera
damn.
battle?
Damn, I don't know. It has to.
What are one of the
Damn,
early
I
ones?
get one of the Power Respect early
Yeah.
ones. I don't.
You
I
remember against who?
fuck. I don't.
What about one of the early ones that you remember? Tell us about that.
I mean, just how. I mean, house party battles, right?
Yeah.
When we used in high school,
No,
you
I'm
go.
talking about for the leagues.
Damn, for a league, bro, an early one. There's so many before, but I can just say when me and Nick battled Urban and what's his name over at my mimosas where it is now, what used to be,
And that one's on camera. That one's on YouTube right now.
yeah, it's a 2-on-2.
So
Yeah,
how was that one?
that was crazy. That was crazy. That was at the what 209 Indie Fest 3 or 4. We made it like a half battle event. So
That's dope.
yeah, that shit, man, it was crazy. It was like that was lit. It was like packed to the wall and shit. They came out from Stockton in a bus and shit.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
Remedy and Urban versus Nick Fuck and Cobalt 45. You can look it up on YouTube. It's,
That's
it's,
what's
it's
up.
cool. It's been there forever.
What's your
It's like 12 years old.
what's your favorite on camera battle that they could look up on YouTube?
For me,
Yep.
God, man. I've had. I'm not gonna go with like high view ones, but my last one, the very last one I did versus AFTA Cobalt 45 versus AFTA AFTA.
Where was that at?
We did that shit right here in Modesto at Queen
No.
Bean.
In
Yeah,
Modesto?
yeah. So I had to come with it. Whew.
And how was that battle?
Ah, shit. I was cooking. I was coming with it.
Who do you think won?
I know I won.
Was you got the 3-0
No, shit. I
or
don't
a
know.
2-1?
Everything's always subjective, bro. It's always a matter of taste for some
But it's
people.
definitely at least a 2-1.
Oh man, I was cooking. So to me, I went out on a high note because everything I was writing, shit. I go back to that. I go back to my old battles because I have so many of them online still. If you go on YouTube and just type in Cobalt 45, shit, all caps when you spell the man's name and connected Cobalt 45. The number is 45. And so, like, bro, and they got to put in verses, and once you put in the verses, then all the battles come up, and there's literally probably I still have like 20 up.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
How do you
I go through.
how do you differ and see the differences and similarities between making music as an MC and doing live battles on camera as an MC?
Making music is just you're in a completely different mind state. Live battles, you're trying to put on a performance and pander to the crowd, just like when you're rocking a stage. The crowd's different every time, so you got to come different. But you always want to just project. Make sure you're loud as fuck, so everyone hears you. Make sure you're aggressive, and make sure you don't slip up. Make sure you're on point. That's that goes with performing live on both
What do
ends.
you think's harder?
What music's easy.
And
Music to me comes easy.
battles?
The hardest thing for me is booking studio time. Shit.
So battles is harder.
Battles suck, bro. It's just because you have to like prepare for it. With a written battle, you gotta like memorize shit, and you gotta have 3 rounds ready, and you gotta be and it, like I say, it consumes you like a day in day out for like a whole month. So if you book a battle, it's not worth it to me for like $200-300 to fucking like just be like just thinking about thinking about that shit because like I'm always when I start writing battle raps, I just don't stop. And you
You
just
got to
thinking
memorize
negative
them.
ass shit all day.
And you
It's
got to
like
memorize
drill
them
music,
too.
and you got to memorize them, which isn't that hard. But for me, bro, it gets old, because I
Yeah.
like to make music. I like
Mhm.
to rap about fucking.
So that's what you
conscious
prefer.
shit and other shit. Like there's two sides to a coin.
So if somebody wanted to get you out of retirement for a one rounder, you'd be open to that, but you're not trying to do 3 round battles for a couple $100 anymore.
Yeah, no, obviously, because I haven't done it in a while. But if there's somebody out there in the universe who wants to bring Cobalt 45 back from the dead to battle rap, yeah,
That's what's up.
there's always a price, man. We all have a price.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
So
mine's pretty cheap too. It's like $700.
and then as far as music goes, do you prefer to perform it or to create it?
Uh, well, creating it it's fun. Performing is probably the best part for me for sure.
Yeah.
Because like you're bringing it to the masses. The creation part is more important at this point. Like
Think
people
so?
don't even give a shit about going to shows or as far as like or seeing the live product or how does this artist, my favorite artist, perform live, because a lot of fucking artists that make these amazing music, like fuck, when you see them live you're like, damn, he didn't sound nothing like the record.
No.
It's weird.
So that's why you like to perform more, so that way you can showcase your talent.
Yeah, well, I just like to I like to make a song and then try to replicate that exact sound on a stage and really just transcribe that vibe.
What's your most memorable
And so
performance?
they feel what I was feeling when I made the motherfucking song.
What's your most memorable performance?
Oh man.
Like your favorite?
Shit. Dude, opening up for the New Boys
Did not expect that.
at fucking
Did not
in
expect
Turlock for Warrior Day.
that.
3,000 people and shit. That was wild. But as a hip hop artist, I brought out hella b-boys and we're all, it was a big performance,
And it was hella dope.
Yeah,
Hey, where they say
just
Cobalt,
it was lit. It was
or where they
lit.
say
Dude, it was wild.
They was
like
feeling
you talking about beach balls everywhere, fools
Oh,
fucking
okay. Spring break.
Yeah, it was that vibe. So it was hella fun.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Bikinis and shit?
You're just asking for about one.
Yeah.
There's been thousands of shit. Dude.
That's what's up.
Opening for E40, yeah, Fat Cat was hella dope. That was fun.
Yeah.
Obviously there's a lot of Fat Cat shows, but damn, bro, I can go on and on.
That's what's up.
All
right,
that shit would take forever.
Let's get into this. This new song, right? You got no budget limitations. You got everybody's Rolodex. It's a Cobalt 45 song. You get 3 rappers on it with you. One of them, or one of those rappers can be a singer. Who you putting on your track? We need 3 verses and a hook. Anybody you want, unlimited budget.
3 verses and a hook.
Yeah, you got to obviously put one of those verses.
Holy shit! So I get to only 2. I get 2.
You can make
2 MCs and
look, bro. Look, this is the remix. We're putting 4 on it. You can get 3 rappers and a singer, plus you.
I'm definitely putting fucking E40 on there.
All right, he's doing a verse.
He's doing a verse.
Yeah,
Brother Lynch is doing a verse for sure.
Already sounds dope.
Yeah. At this point, shit.
Who's doing the hook? Be singer or rapper, it don't matter.
Alive or dead?
Alive. They gotta be alive. Come on, bro. It's tomorrow.
Bro. I was gonna say Nate Dogg.
Rest in peace.
Damn. Who's gonna do the hook, bro? I'll do the hook. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, you're doing the hook.
No, Kurt's gonna do the hook.
You want me to do the hook?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna kill this hook, bro.
Yes, he's gonna kill the hook. And fucking Larry June's gonna take the third.
Larry June. Who's going first?
Popping the song off?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop the song off.
You going first?
This is my song. I'm fucking rapping first.
Yes.
That way you know it's my song.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
For sure.
All right, what you got coming up, bro?
Man, I'm releasing a new album fucking sooner than later. That's for damn sure. Me and Tapwater. It's called Glunk Hop. It's super fucking crazy. I got music all over Nick Fuck's new album, Agartha. Go ahead and look that shit up all over all social media platforms. It's not on iTunes yet for whatever reason. I don't know. Got a couple shows coming up, man. If you're in Modesto, if you're in the city, just add me on social media. Cobalt45, and you'll know where to find the shows. I ride with Resurrection, car club, and we do a lot of car shows and shit. So we're always out and about everywhere.
For sure, they got some nice rides. Oh, tell them about your
ride.
Buick,
it's Buick Ganger Don't Bang. I got a '67 Ribby, so and I'm getting another car soon, man. It's Modesto. This is American Graffiti. This is home of the motherfucking car club culture. That's how we do it out here, man,
That's
for
what's
sure.
up.
So, like, that's one of my big passions now. You know, I could rap all day, I could throw shows all day, but I like to, I just like to drive in my car and do car shows too.
That's
You know
what's
what I'm
up.
saying? So yeah, man, I appreciate you having me. Mars
Well, that's
Radio
what's up.
209 is
Well,
definitely in the
hey,
building,
thank you
baby.
for being a part of the show. We appreciate
Man,
you.
appreciate you, bro.
Mars Radio, Cobalt45, and we out.
Welcome to Mars.